Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, where you're tuning from, YouTube. Hope everybody is well. Yeah, Ash, so I've just started this recently. I did say yesterday, but I'll say to whoever's new watching, I'm going to do it Monday. I do a guest stream on A1 on Tuesdays. I think that's at 7 o'clock though. No, 6 o'clock for me. And I'll do it Wednesday, Thursday, and then Friday. Probably in a month's time, I'll start doing Fridays as well because it'll get too hot. So, and I'm playing golf tomorrow. Yeah, that'll be my routine. So, hope everybody's well and trading safely. I'm in a trade. I'll go through this right now on this Eurocad breakout. Actually, I think there was someone in yesterday on the stream. I'm not sure if he's here. I thought it was Jerry or something who came in to ask about Eurocad shorts. And, I was talking about this ABC corrective right from here. So looking at this morning, I really like this. My favorite break is a B wave break. We had our cut with handle, A, B, shallow C. So an ABC with an ABC, perfect for me. 20 period is close by. Going with that longer term trend. And yeah, I'm just basically in that right now. Hopefully that moves a little bit to the downside. So this is my first trade on this StockNet Institute account. So I want to see how this goes. Again, I'll just update you how I'm doing with this as we go along. This sounds pretty bad. I know this sounds pretty bad, but my lot size on this was 0.3. And again, this sounds pompous, right? But I can't remember the last time I did something that was less than one lot. So 0.3 lots on this, $200 risk. And the goal is to get this to 11,000. In which case, then it scales up to 20,000. Try get that to 22,000. Scales up to 40,000, etc., etc., etc. So this is the start of the journey, and not a bad trade. I don't think daily's perfect, right? This daily isn't perfect, but it's certainly good enough. There's no extensions there. It's better than the yen pairs, and with that euro being weak, obviously we had the ECB data out today. Interest rate decisions went probably as expected. But as a technical trader, I can't not take that setup. So I'm in that Eurocad shorts, and hopefully a nice trade. Hopefully, well, hope's a bad word, right? What will be will be. It fit my strategy, and I'm in it. Decent risk, 4 hour. What the ideal situation would be a movement like this. That would be just ideal. But let's see. Eurocad potential or in that short. Okay, stock market. I haven't actually looked this afternoon. I've been in a meeting all afternoon, so I haven't looked at what's been happening. So we are coming off a little bit. This was a key area this morning for a potential breakout this corrective. It seems to be faltering a little bit. We do have these moving averages still as a little bit of dynamic support to price. A break underneath here would maybe a little bit wobbly for the stock market. So I know we got an okay day. Listen, this is not any fireworks here, right? No fireworks on this day yesterday, but it was a bullish sign. We have to see a little bit more. In terms of that, we're looking at that from a daily perspective as a key area for trend continuation. I just don't know whether we get it. I have a feeling there's a little bit more to come in terms of this corrective. Now, from a short-term perspective, if we do break above and break above and break and close above this anchor, yeah, it would look a little bit better. But it doesn't seem at the moment like it wants to do that. So it'll be interesting to see how the US session gears up today. And if we do get some push possibly on these moving averages, it will look a little bit better. But I think it's another bullish day away from me being a little bit more confident in it and this market pushing on. So if you have another day like we did yesterday, remember, I still got the whole of US session to go. That would look a little bit better. Albeit we have the moving averages here. I understand that. But from a price action point of view, it wouldn't look as bad. But let's see what happens. So essentially, we're looking for a break above or a break below here to determine where this market is going to go. Until then, rangy. I too will probably get a signal for ECAD short soon. Well, yeah, I hope so. I hope we all win it. That would be very nice, wouldn't it? I think your ACAD, Aussie CAD, is that going well? Coming back up a little bit. But you hit TP1, so it's all risk-free, right? The dollar. Dollar's flipped around from this morning. I didn't like it this morning, but it's flipping a little bit here. So this could be a little bit corrective. I don't know whether this is enough. You know, I'd rather this go for another leg, but there's certainly some strength to this. So there's strength to this pullback, and there's strength to this push on now. So yeah, break above the highs on the dollar, continuation of that upward trending market on the daily would be nice. Still, you know, with this bar, you would like to see that continuation, that break above the highs. That doesn't signal a possible retracement. So yeah, I mean, the weakness in the euro may be helping that dollar, but it certainly looks okay on this 4 hour. And if we do get some decent closes, you could possibly signal maybe this is a good time to get in on a little pullback on that DXY and those dollar pairs for movement to the upside. Speaking of which, USD Swiss. I don't know whether this is on my watch list, USD Swiss. I didn't really want this to break, unfortunately. This is something that I really liked. I was trying to get an aggressive entry somewhere down here. Right, I thought about this, but it wasn't really fitting my plan here. And, you know, we've come back to that 20. We've held that 20 and we've pushed on. So that's a little bit unfortunate. I didn't want that to break. You know, it's not a breakout for me. I need a little bit up here, a little bit of accumulation before I took that. So I'll be looking for a breakout retest before continuation on that USD Swiss. So let's see how that goes. Again, from a daily perspective, this is really nice. You know, B wave, head and shoulders, V reversal, everything I kind of like about it, we are getting. And if I do get a breakout retest, I need it to push on a little bit more here. So I need the break to possibly go another 4 up here and give me my steady state or possibly ABC back. Catalyst on that 20 for continuation. Now, I do prefer the 4 hour break and retest. It's probably one of my favorite out of my strategies because the risk reward is very good because I sell or buy the candle. But they obviously come around less often than the breakouts. So USD Swiss looking for this. It's unfortunate break. I really wanted that break, but didn't quite fit my setup. So USD Swiss is still on the list, but waiting for a breakout retest. Oil is still there. It's still potential. I don't really like how strong this impulse is. So obviously for our Eurocad trade, we want this to move to the upside because that will help that particular trade. Whether that happens or not, you know, we have to wait and see. Right now, it's looking as if we may not have this come back down. Now, anything could happen in the future. I will only be interested in it if it does come back down and do this. But I have a sneaky suspicion that this may push from here in terms of corrective. Latest impulse is pretty strong. But if we do something like this, we could get an ABC. Right, so if we do this, 1, 2, 3, I could still look for an aggressive entry up here because it still would be valid with the extent of this first structure. But it does look pretty good for potential upside after that corrective is finished. So oil maybe shorts for possibly next week, but let's wait and see. Eurocad, I talked about Eurocad. I'm in that now. 225. This is another one I really like. Okay, so this is another one that I definitely want to be involved in. You notice how on this chart, right, we've got our catalyst here. We've got our higher time frame confluence. Fair enough, it's not come on a higher volume. That would be ideal, but we're not going to get everything all the time. But from a reason to enter, and again, that higher time frame confluence from our 4 hour chart, this could be corrective over and a push to the upside. Okay, so that's good enough for me. From a 4 hour perspective, I'm looking for this to turn from this price action into our head and shoulders. So we can accumulate. I don't mind accumulation and 20 period catch up. That would be okay as long as we get our anchor for our stop. But again, this is another one like USD Swiss. I don't want this to break right now. I'd rather have a little bit more, ideally another reload to come down here, possible aggressive entry in here for a break to the upside. So that 225, I do like. It's going well right now, again, but we just don't want this to break to the upside. Just a little bit more, and that could be a trade potentially for tomorrow on 225. But this is good. You know, that's good. I really like that. You know, are we digested enough from this impulse? For me, yeah, absolutely. And push to the upside if we're getting in at a place that is, you know, we talk about RTM, ready to move. This, for me, looks like it's ready to move. So the idea of it is that we're getting in at the bottom, i.e. somewhere like here, for a movement like this. Just as long as we get that setup on the 4 hour. Just short GJ starting now. You're welcome. You're welcome. GJ. I mean, I don't like where these yen pairs are. I would never long it from here. I would never long it from here. Yen is weak, which I don't really quite understand. I think there's other pairs. I had a guy in the group today that short Swiss yen, which is a very nice trade. Swiss yen here. Some confluence with that inverted hammer on the daily. I do think the yen's quite expensive, extended. But in terms of your welcome, remember, nothing is ever guaranteed. Nothing's ever guaranteed. But I don't see any reason to short it just yet, personally. Yeah, lower time frames could be, but 4 hour, it's still motoring on there, is it? So it could be just pullback continuation. Pullback continuation. Okay, and finally, USD CAD. USD CAD. This is a daily chart potential, so still got some time to go. Here, initial structure, second structure, looking for this to come down and tag this area and give us something. Accumulation, 20 periods close by, 200 above. Moving averages are there as dynamic support or resistance, to our price. And this looks pretty good. This looks pretty good. Again, we look at it from a weekly perspective. And if you remember me talking about USD ZAR, which Ash, you probably will. I think I did it in the group. We've got our larger kind of corrective phase from here on the weekly. And look at these pin bars on the weekly. So if we're coming out from here, right, this will be a certainly retesting possibly this trend line. I'm not a big fan of trend lines, but retesting possibly this area for moving to the downside. So from a weekly higher time frame confluence perspective, this is great, right? So USD CAD looking for this to come down. Looking for this to come down to that area and give us something. I was potentially looking at the 4 hour aggressive, but there was not enough volume on this particular bar for me to get involved in that. And yeah, essentially something like this. Breakout to the downside, USD CAD. Very nice. Very nice area. Very nice area. So yeah, you go by the 4 hour on GJ. So what's getting you into it, Darito? Why have you sold it there? Again, just I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm not agreeing with you. I'm just wondering why you sold it. What's your strategy? For me, like I never, I always go by the personal way that I look at markets. So whenever somebody says this way, I'm never going to say no. I don't agree with you. I'm just, I'd like to know how other people trade. And if it fits your strategy, then it fits your strategy. That's ultimately it. Multi-time frame moving averages. Do you ever use multi-time frame windows? Windows as in what? Just took an E short. Multi-time frame windows. What do you mean by that, Dorita? Took an EU short. Yeah, EU looks okay, right? Dollar strengthening up. Coming back here. There could be a potential short there. Actually, no, it's broken out here, so not for me. But yeah, certainly path of least resistance is to the downside. Ash is to the downside. You can see the 4 hour, 1 hour, 5 minute of a pair and one. Oh no, I don't look at that, mate. How do you do that? On one window, on one chart like this? Ryan, EURUSD around 1 hour before our trading view. Oh yeah, I'm MT4, Dorito. Would that not get confusing? If you've got 4 sets of candlesticks, right? Or 4 charts within one chart. I mean, I guess, fair enough. If it works, then it works, right? If it works, then it works. Around about 1 hour before New York open, what do you do if news does that and you're interested? EURUSD. Oh, I'm in EURUSD. What do I do is if news does that, does what? Push up and then come back down? Or there's just a news event on? Just explain a little bit more about what you mean, Tian, and where I'm looking, just so I can better understand. How long have I been trading for? 7 years, Dorito. 7 years. When did you hit your aha moment? Probably 2.5 in. Basically, when I was backtesting is when my aha moment came. When I realized that I was trading too much. And through my backtest, I realized I need to be trading less. And then going into the live markets and not losing money, that was kind of my aha. So probably between 2.5 to 3 years into it, I would say, is when I really started to get to grips with the realities of what I was doing. And yeah, I guess your kind of longish aha moment for me. How long you been trading, Dorado? Been trading for a while? Break euro. Well, it was hard to. I mean, it was hard to say before, Dorito, because I wasn't trading. I was gambling. You know, before that, I was gambling. I'm working around the 62% roughly win rate now. The last 2 months have been great. January was good, but I couldn't really gauge my trading performance because I always fuck things up, right? I always over risked. I always over all that kind of naughty stuff. I did. So it's basically I just took a massive step back. Before that, I was testing everything. I was doing everything on my charts, and for me, just taking it a very simplistic view because that's what resonates with me. Simplicity resonates with me, and taking it back to 2 moving averages, volume, mainly using price action, roughly going with the trend, seemed to kind of help me with my trading. But patience is the biggest thing that really helped me. He was thinking on a long, and then news euro dived. I mean, yeah, this is the thing, Tian. Sometimes it goes for you as long as you're taking something. Because I put this order in before the news on Eurocad. Now, I'm not saying this is going to be a winner. I'm not saying this is going to be a loser. But again, from my perspective, unless possibly you've got the USD interest rate decision, NFP, I probably stay out the markets. But I don't really care because when I was backtesting, I didn't know what news was out, and because I'm a selective trader here. If the setup comes, I'll take it. And, there's times, again, like I said, there's times I did that with gold. I had a trade on gold last week, and it didn't go for me. Possibly this one goes for me. It's just that swings and roundabouts, right? So it just comes down to the data into your strategy. No, not really, Tia, not really. I don't really care. I don't really care. I'd rather wait for the market's reaction in some case. But if I've got a setup, like if I've got this setup and I take it 100 times, I know I'll probably make money in it, right? So irrespective, and the fact that I've got a decent stop here on the 4-hour chart, which is my favorite time frame, by the way, Dorado. 4-hour by any means is my absolute favorite time frame. I can kind of be in that and be okay with doing it, So because I'm giving it a little bit of room, I can be okay with trading around that, yeah. Yeah, Elias, your yesterday's trade, it worked out, right? It kind of did what we thought. So we were thinking it was here yesterday, right? That we'd probably do this, and we kind of got that. So break to the downside. It's looking pretty good. Anything can happen, Elias. Anything can happen, but it's looking quite nice for now. Going with that daily. Euro is weak. Obviously, the market at the moment doesn't like what they're getting out of the ECB, so we'll see. Hourly minutes would be entry, so your entry's on the 1 minute. Well done, mate. I couldn't do that. It's too fast and furious for me. So because I'm a little bit more selective, I increase my risk, and that's just my personality. So again, it comes down to your personality, doesn't it? But yeah, well done, Elias. Let's hope it keeps moving, eh? Let's hope it keeps moving. EU nosediving 50% TP already. It's a good day for you, Ash. It's a good day for you. Yeah, it is, isn't it? It's a nice, I mean, look at that. From a weekly perspective, just a nice downward trending market, roughly around here. TP1 hit. Now it's all risk-free, right? It's all risk-free. You can go in and do whatever you want and know you're not going to lose that trade. So yeah, I always say this with every trade I take, I'm confident and I want it to go for a big move. Obviously, GU yesterday didn't, but I took a very minimal loss on it. But, for me, one big trade changes everything around. So let's see. All right, guys. Any other things you want me to look at before I head off? As I said, that is the only position that I am in. I would like that 225. I definitely would like that 225 tomorrow if we get it. I just have a sneaky suspicion it may push. I do like the U-Swiss. Sneaky suspicion that I might not get it and it goes, but if it does retest, absolutely. It's a shame I didn't get an aggressive in there. I was trying to get it, didn't quite get it. But a few things are, I mean, the markets are looking a little bit better. We're seeing some follow through, right? We're seeing some follow through and some trends, which is what I need to make money. And some money would be nice. Although on this account, I'm not making any money. I'm making $75, which ain't gonna dent my mortgage, put it that way. All right, guys. Thanks for joining as well. I appreciate it. Markets close tomorrow on Monday. Markets close tomorrow in the US. Oh, is there a holiday? Holiday tomorrow. Tomorrow. Oh, it's Good Friday. Ah, well. I didn't know that. Good Friday, oh well. Could be a day off. Could be a day off for me. I mean, I'll probably do my scan in the morning, but, oh well. Definite, it's a definite golf day, Tian. It's a definite Easter. Yeah, I forgot about Easter. I need to go get some chocolate for Megan. It's a good reminder. She'll kill me if I forget. All right. Oh, well, there you go. There you go. Let's hope this Eurocad moves over the US session. All right, guys. Have a lovely day and trade safe. And I'll see you all on Monday. Peace.